Welcome back. Today we're exploring a specific type of strength training that can be particularly valuable for adults over 50, isometric exercises. These are movements where you hold a position without changing the length of your muscles, and they offer some unique advantages worth understanding. Before we begin, this is educational content, not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting new exercises, especially if you have existing conditions or concerns. Let me explain what makes isometric training different and why it deserves attention as we age. Most strength training involves moving through a range of motion, lifting and lowering weights, bending and straightening joints. Isometric exercises work differently. You hold a position, creating muscle tension without movement. This might seem less effective, but research shows it provides distinct benefits, particularly for joint health and stability. Here's why this matters after 50. As we age, high-impact movements and heavy dynamic lifting can sometimes stress joints that have accumulated years of wear. Isometric holds allow you to build and maintain strength while minimizing joint stress. You're creating tension in your muscles without the repetitive compression that can aggravate arthritis or other joint concerns. Additionally, isometric exercises are excellent for training what are called stabilizer muscles, the smaller, deeper muscles that support your joints and maintain alignment. These muscles are crucial for balance, posture, and injury prevention, yet they're often undertrained in traditional exercise programs. Today we'll explore 5 isometric exercises that address the key areas most important for functional fitness after 50, spinal stability, lower body strength, posterior chain muscles, core control, and lateral stability. Each can be done at home without equipment and modified to match your current capabilities. Let's begin with the first exercise, which focuses on spinal stability and coordination. The bird dog hold is performed on your hands and knees, extending one arm forward and the opposite leg back while maintaining a stable, level torso. You hold this position for a period of time, typically 10 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. This exercise might look simple, but it provides several valuable benefits. First, it trains your deep core stabilizers, particularly muscles like the multifidus along your spine and the transverse abdominis, your deepest abdominal layer. These muscles are essential for protecting your back during daily activities but are difficult to target with many common exercises. Second, the bird dog challenges what's called proprioception, your body's awareness of its position in space. This awareness naturally declines somewhat with age, contributing to balance difficulties. Regular practice of exercises that challenge proprioception can help maintain this important sense. Here's how to perform the bird dog hold safely. Start on your hands and knees with your hands directly under your shoulders and knees under your hips. Engage your core by gently drawing your navel toward your spine. Extend your right arm straight forward at shoulder height while simultaneously extending your left leg straight back at hip height. The key is maintaining a level, stable torso. Your hips shouldn't twist or rotate, and your lower back shouldn't arch excessively. Hold this position for 10 to 20 seconds while breathing normally, then return to the starting position and switch sides. If maintaining this position is challenging initially, you can start by lifting just your arm or just your leg, adding the opposite limb once you've developed more stability. You can also perform this exercise near a wall to help you maintain balance as you learn the movement. Common mistakes to avoid: allowing your hips to rotate or drop to one side, arching your lower back excessively, holding your breath, or rushing through the movement without maintaining stability. With consistent practice, perhaps 3 times per week, you'll likely notice improvements in your balance, posture, and overall core stability. Many people also report that back discomfort decreases as their core strength improves. The second exercise addresses lower body strength and hip mobility through an isometric hold in a standing position. The Warrior II pose, borrowed from yoga, involves holding a lunge-like position with your arms extended. While this might seem like just a stretch, when held isometrically, it provides substantial strength training for your legs and hips. Stand with your feet wide apart, approximately 3 to 4 feet. Turn your right foot to point forward and your left foot to angle slightly inward. Bend your right knee so it stacks directly over your right ankle, keeping your thigh parallel to the floor if possible. Your left leg remains straight. Extend both arms out to the sides at shoulder height, parallel to the floor, with your gaze over your front hand. The key is maintaining this position, keeping your front knee aligned over your ankle and your torso upright. This position challenges several muscle groups simultaneously. Your quadriceps and gluteal muscles in your front leg work to support the bent knee position. Your hip abductors stabilize your pelvis. Your core maintains your upright torso. Even your shoulders and arms are working to hold the arm position. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. Over time, you can gradually increase the duration as your strength improves. The benefits extend beyond pure strength. This exercise also improves hip flexibility, particularly in the front of your hip and in your inner thighs. It challenges your balance and body awareness. And it trains muscular endurance, your muscles' ability to sustain effort over time. If the full position is too challenging initially, you can reduce how deeply you bend your front knee, or you can perform the exercise near a wall or counter for balance support. What matters is maintaining proper alignment in whatever range you're working. The third exercise focuses on the posterior chain, the muscles along the back of your body that are essential for good posture and pain-free movement. The Superman hold targets your back extensors, the muscles that run along your spine, as well as your gluteal muscles and hamstrings. These muscles work together to keep you upright and are often underactive in people who spend significant time sitting. Lie face down on a mat or comfortable surface. Extend your arms straight forward and your legs straight back. Gently lift your chest, arms, and legs a few inches off the floor simultaneously, creating a gentle arch in your back. The lift doesn't need to be high, just enough to engage the muscles. Hold this position for 10 to 30 seconds while breathing normally. The focus should be on squeezing your glutes and engaging the muscles along your spine, not on lifting as high as possible. This exercise strengthens the muscles that maintain upright posture and support your spine during daily activities. Stronger back extensors help prevent the forward-rounded posture that many people develop with age. They also support your lower back, potentially reducing back discomfort. If lifting both your arms and legs is too difficult initially, you can modify by lifting only your upper body or alternating single arm and leg lifts. Progress to the full version as your strength improves. Be cautious with this exercise if you have significant lower back issues. The movement should create a feeling of muscle engagement, not pain or sharp discomfort. If you experience any concerning symptoms, stop and consult your healthcare provider. The fourth exercise builds lower body strength through an isometric hold against a wall. The wall squat, sometimes called a wall sit, involves sitting in an invisible chair position with your back against a wall. This creates sustained tension in your leg muscles without the repetitive knee bending of traditional squats. Stand with your back against a wall, feet about 2 feet in front of you and hip width apart. Slide down the wall by bending your knees until your thighs are roughly parallel to the floor, or as close to parallel as you can comfortably manage. Your knees should be aligned over your ankles, not pushed forward past your toes. Hold this position for 20 to 40 seconds, breathing normally. Your weight should be supported by your legs, with your back resting against the wall for stability but not for primary support. This exercise strengthens your quadriceps, the large muscles on the front of your thighs that are essential for standing up from chairs, climbing stairs, and walking. It also engages your gluteal muscles and core stabilizers. The wall provides feedback about your form. If your back lifts away from the wall or if you start sliding down, it indicates your muscles are fatiguing and it's time to rest. If holding a parallel squat position is too challenging initially, start with a higher position, bending your knees only partway. Even a shallow angle provides strengthening benefits. As your strength improves over weeks of practice, you can gradually lower your position. The sustained muscle contraction in this exercise builds muscular endurance, which is particularly valuable for activities that require you to stand or move for extended periods. The fifth exercise addresses core stability with a specific focus on the lateral or side muscles of your trunk. The side plank is an isometric exercise performed lying on your side, propped up on your elbow with your body in a straight line. Adding an arm raise increases the stability challenge and engages additional muscles. Lie on your right side with your legs straight. Position your right elbow directly under your shoulder. Engage your core and lift your hips so your body forms a straight line from your head to your feet. Your weight is supported by your right forearm and the side of your right foot. Once stable in this position, you can add the arm raise. Extend your left arm straight up toward the ceiling, creating a T-shape with your arms. This increases the balance challenge and engages your shoulder stabilizers. Hold this position for 15 to 30 seconds, then carefully lower back down and switch to your left side. This exercise targets your obliques, the muscles along the sides of your torso that are important for rotational movements and lateral stability. It also engages your quadratus lumborum, a deep back muscle often involved in lower back discomfort, and your gluteus medius, important for hip stability. Side planks are valuable because they train stability in a lateral direction, which many exercises neglect. This lateral stability is important for balance, particularly when you need to catch yourself from a sideways stumble. If the full side plank is too challenging, you can modify by keeping your bottom knee on the ground for additional support. This reduces the load while still providing significant core strengthening benefits. You can also skip the arm raise initially, focusing just on maintaining the basic side plank position. Research on side planks has shown they can be effective for reducing certain types of chronic back pain, particularly when practiced consistently over time. This may relate to their ability to strengthen deep core stabilizers and improve overall trunk control. Now let's discuss how to incorporate these exercises into a practical routine. You don't need to perform all 5 exercises in every session. You might choose 3 exercises per session, rotating through them so each gets practiced multiple times per week. For example, you could do bird dog, warrior pose, and wall squats on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then Superman holds and side planks on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Start with shorter hold times, perhaps 10 to 15 seconds, and gradually increase duration as your strength improves. The goal isn't maximum hold time, but rather consistent practice with good form. Pay attention to how your body responds in the hours and days after practicing these exercises. Some muscle soreness is normal when starting a new routine, but you shouldn't experience sharp pain or symptoms that persist beyond a day or 2. If you do, reduce the intensity or duration, or consult your healthcare provider. These isometric exercises are most effective when combined with other components of fitness, regular cardiovascular activity like walking, dynamic strength exercises that move through ranges of motion, and flexibility work. Together, these create a comprehensive approach to maintaining function and independence. The benefits of consistent isometric training typically become noticeable within a few weeks. You might observe improved balance and steadiness, better posture with less slouching, reduced stiffness or discomfort in your back, increased confidence in your stability, and improved ability to perform daily activities that require sustained muscle engagement. These improvements come not from dramatic changes, but from consistent practice that gradually strengthens the stabilizing systems your body relies on for efficient, pain-free movement. Let's address some common questions about isometric training. Is isometric exercise enough on its own? While isometric exercises provide valuable benefits, they work best as part of a balanced fitness approach. They're excellent for stability and joint-friendly strength building, but you also benefit from movements that take joints through their full range of motion and cardiovascular activities that challenge your heart and lungs. How often should you practice? For maintenance and general fitness, practicing isometric exercises 3 to 4 times per week typically provides good results. More frequent practice is fine if your body tolerates it well, but adequate recovery time is also important. Can isometric exercises help with specific conditions? Some research suggests isometric exercises can be beneficial for certain conditions, including chronic back pain, knee arthritis, and some shoulder issues. However, specific conditions require specific guidance. If you have a particular condition, work with your healthcare provider or physical therapist to determine which exercises are most appropriate. What if you can't hold the recommended time? Start where you are. If you can only hold a position for 5 seconds comfortably, start there. Gradually increase duration by a few seconds each week. Progress is progress, regardless of where you begin. Thank you for watching. The key takeaway is this: isometric exercises offer a practical, joint-friendly approach to maintaining strength and stability as you age. They require no equipment, can be done at home, and address specific areas, deep stabilizers, postural muscles, balance systems, that are crucial for functional independence. The exercises we discussed, bird dog hold, warrior pose, Superman hold, wall squat, and side plank, together provide comprehensive training for the muscle groups most important for daily function and injury prevention. Start with whichever exercises feel most accessible to you. Practice consistently with good form rather than pushing for maximum intensity. Listen to your body's feedback and adjust accordingly. And remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's sustainable practice that supports your function and well-being. If you found this information helpful, let us know in the comments. What aspects of strength or stability are most important to you? Are there specific areas where you'd like to improve your function? Consider subscribing for more practical, evidence-based guidance on movement practices that support healthy, active aging. Strength doesn't require dramatic movements or heavy weights. Sometimes the most effective strength training is quiet, controlled, and focused. That's what isometric exercises provide: practical strength you can build and feel at any age. Thank you for being here today. Take care of your body with consistent, thoughtful practice.